The purpose of this demonstration video is to provide an overview for the user of how to go about creating an observation. In this case, I've logged on as the principal, Elliot Jenkins, and it could be that I've had a conversation with the teacher during the pre-observation conference and that we've reached some consensus on a particular form that I'm going to use, maybe the cognitive levels of questions and wait time. Or it could be that I'm out and about in the building and want to complete an unscheduled observation in a classroom, and I'm in the classroom for a few minutes and taking a look at some of the different forms, and perhaps I choose one particular form. Either way, it's just a matter of going ahead and clicking on one of the forms to initiate an observation. So in this case, we'll click on cognitive levels of questions and wait time. One thing you'll notice is that there are 3 autofill fields. So for example, the observer field is filled in with the user's name. The date field is filled in when I've initiated the observation, and then the school name is filled in as well. One thing I would like to mention about the school name, and that is for district level users. If I'm a district level user, perhaps I'm a teacher specialist and either the building administrator or a classroom teacher has asked me to come in and conduct an observation, I will need to type in the name of the school. In order to do that, you want to make sure that you have the exact spelling and the exact verbiage that is there for the school name in the system. The best way to go about doing that would be for the district level user, when they've walked into the school, getting ready to initiate an observation, go ahead and sort by school, and then find the school you're in to conduct that observation, and just use that exact verbiage for the school. That way, later on, if someone at the division level is sorting, you'll have all those observations in line. So let me go ahead back, and I'm going to go initiate that form. I'm Elliot Jenkins. I'm getting ready to complete this particular observation. And let's say I've entered some information. This is the teacher's name here, Miss Jane Doe, and I can enter other information as well. And then I will go about completing the form. Again, there are other demonstration videos to talk about each form, but for the purpose of this demonstration video, I just wanted to go over the creation piece. So let's say I'm in the classroom now and I've completed the observation. I want to talk about the comments box before I go to the bottom of the form. The comments box you can be used in a number of different ways. With these data collection tools, again, collegial supervision, formative observation process, really the goal is to keep comments as objective and as possible. However, there are times from a supervisory nature where there would be some comments that an observer might include that are a little more evaluative in nature, a little more subjective. In that case, there something you can do, which I often do in an observation, would be to type some comments here. And once prior to sending the observation form, what I could do is I could highlight and copy those notes and perhaps paste them somewhere else. And I could go ahead and then, let me go ahead and copy that. And then I've hit the space bar after it's been highlighted. So I have the information copied. At this point, I want to go ahead and send the email to the teacher. So what I'll do is I'll email me a copy and save the form. And if I go here, I'll see the form in my record of database, the form completed on Miss Jane Doe, cognitive levels of questions and wait time. And if I go to my inbox here and refresh, now this observation, if I wanted to send the observation to the teacher without the comments, I could go ahead and forward the observation at this point without any comments. And if I did that, then what I could go back and do is go back and edit the observation and then paste those comments back in and then save the form again. Another reason that administrators will do this is sometimes when the teacher is in a post-observation conference, there's information I want them to take with them from a professional growth standpoint that I've captured, but I don't necessarily want them to see that prior to the post-observation conference, because again, it's an opportunity for teachers to reflect on the data, the very objective data that's been captured, and then come to their own conclusions regarding what the data has to say. And again, the observer acting more as a facilitator, a coach in the post-observation conference. But if I wanted them to walk away with some things that I wanted to put in writing, then I've got that hard copy I could hand them, or I could follow up and forward an email following the post-observation conference. One more thing I'd like to say about the comments box is that sometimes, particularly on an iPad or a smartphone, it's difficult for some users to go back and forth between a notes and the online observations website. So one of the things I do when I'm in an observation, if I'm scripting some things, or if the teacher and I have met during a pre-observation conference and he or she has asked me to look for or observe some other information or some other strategies or classroom management during this particular observation, I might make a record of that right here, and then I've got that again captured. So if I wanted to at a later point, again, I could copy that and get rid of it prior to sending in the email and then paste it back in there. Or once I've copied it and I've got all my notes from the observation, I've copied that, then I could go paste it into another notes program if I'd like to. So again, in this case, I have completed the observation, and we go ahead and, if I'd like to, email and save the form. Or in this case, I don't want to make any changes, so I'm just going to cancel out and negate any of the changes that I've made. So again, the purpose of this demonstration video was just to talk about how we go about creating an observation, and it is that straightforward. If you have any questions whatsoever about creating an observation, don't hesitate to use the Contact Us button at the top here, and someone from Online Observation Tools will be back in touch. This concludes this demonstration. Thank you very much.